Hi everybody, this is Susan at SLC Aquatics. Susan at SLC Aquatics. Getting started just a little late tonight. Hey Triple 10, good to see you. Thanks for joining tonight. I wanted to do a fish room tour. As you see, the title says Tank Takedown and Fish Flops. Hey Nisi, hey Kingly. So glad to have you guys with me tonight. I hope everybody's been having a good day. I'm going to try to relax and have a good time tonight. I've had a lot of personal issues going on, a lot of things at work, and a lot of bad news here in the fish rooms. So sometimes it gets a little depressing when you keep getting sick fish and fish dying, and I'll explain it all. Hey Kevin and Ridiculous Fish Adventures. Good morning, all from upside down land. Thanks for joining us. I guess that means Australia is in the house. Hi Kingly. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Have a lot to be thankful for. Hey Bob. Thanks for stopping in. Have a good dinner. Today is Taco Tuesday, so eat taco. Kevin got to meet Victor last weekend. Very cool. That is awesome to run into YouTube people. That is wonderful. I'm excited. You'll have to tell us about it. So far we've got 8 watching, and I'll wait a few more minutes. I'm gonna take the phone down off of my monitor and walk around and show you some of the problems I've been having in my fish room. Hey Ruru too. Have no fear, Red Panda is here. There's been a lot going on in the fish community as well, on YouTube and on Facebook. I see that Jeremy at Sergeant's Tank has created a Facebook group. So go there and ask to join. And I have one called Susan for SLC Aquatics on Facebook. Look for it and ask to join. And also I guess it's Wi-Fi that's causing the blurring. Hello Jeremy at Sergeant Tank. I was just talking about the group that you created at Facebook. I have a Facebook group as well called Susan for SLC Aquatics, and Bob has Stenfot Aquatics group, and the moderators Nisi and Short can help everybody else with the other groups that's out there, Tank Talk, and I can't remember, Aquarium live stream something. I can't remember it. I'm sorry. I'm not very good at that. There's 10 of us here watching now, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with the tour. There's been a lot of changes going on in my fish room, and a lot of bad news, a lot of deaths, a lot of illnesses, dropsy, bloat, pine coning, some kind of outside bacterial fungus, kind of like scale rot going on. So yeah, I'm kind of discouraged about all of that. So I'm getting ready to set up 2 larger tanks, a 25 gallon and a 37 gallon, and I'm hoping to be able to pick them up tomorrow. So I'm going to flip the camera around and show y'all what's going on, and later on y'all can give me your input, give me your advice on how to break down these tanks and sterilize. A lot of these fish, I'm debating on euthanizing them, and the ones that look healthy, I was thinking about taking them to my local fish store. So I don't want to contaminate anybody else's fish. So y'all give me advice. And my number one problem is that I don't have any strips right now that I can test my water qualities. I've been doing weekly water changes. I do 10 to 25% water changes. But anyway, let me show you the fish room. This is going to be a fish room tour. I'm going to take you downstairs and show you live my 20-gallon tall tanks and my other 5-gallon and my wild caught fry that I have down there. Okay, flipping the camera. All right, this is a 5-gallon that I have gravel substrate, I have guppy grass, and I have some wild caught Java moss in there. So these are what I call my miscellaneous guppy females, and I have some of the 1st generation tuxedo dragon guppies in there. I took a female out yesterday that was floating at the top, fully bloated, fully pine coned, and her scales were starting to slough off and become mush. I don't know what is going on with the parasites, fungus. There's something going on. And anyway, that's the 5-gallon. And then over here are my 10 gallons. This is my Tuxedo Dragon flame tail tank. This are the 1st generation. I have some males in there. The camera's probably not going to focus very well. I'm going to ask the moderators to help with the chat right now if people are asking questions as to what's going on. This tour shouldn't take over 10 minutes, and then I will get back to the chat and answer any questions. But the title tonight is Tank Takedown and Fish Flop. I feel like I am fighting a never-ending battle with parasites, bacterial infections. I'm losing too many pregnant females before they give birth with dropsy and bacterial infections. I have treated my tanks with General Cure and erythromycin. I don't know if y'all can see this one right here in the breeder box, but I have one little fry in here. And the story is kind of sad and happy. If anyone saw the female that had the smiley face on her dorsal fin, well, I did lose her. But before she died, I squeezed out a couple fry. And there's one living. The other one got eat either last night or today. So that's one fry, and I didn't squeeze them out. I massaged them out. She was so bloated that I could see the eyes of the fry, but she wasn't able to give birth. So I just massaged her sides and her stomach until a couple of them were born. But I lost one. One was eaten by something. So I'm hoping this little one makes it. I have a couple pretty ones here. These are juvenile males that I left in there. This is one of the male fathers. Okay, and over here is the male tank of the first generation males from this brood. A lot of the females had snakeskin traits in them, and I have some really beautiful males in here, but I don't want to continue the snakeskin cobra pattern. I want more tuxedo dragons, so these are going to the local fish store. This is the 10-gallon that used to house the 4 goldfish. Okay, over here, of course, this is my 3-gallon guppy grass and duckweed tub, and I believe Mr. Science was asking for some duckweed. I will be glad to bag up some duckweed and send it to him. This was my hospital tank. I euthanized about 7 sick fish today. Sad news. I've lost all but 1 or 2 of my ghost shrimp. This is another 3-gallon tub. I have some miscellaneous fry growing out in here that's going to go to the local fish store. This I had temporary housing for 2 of the goldfish, and I decided to break up some of the fry that was in here and put them over here in this little 2-gallon container for grow out so that I can take them to the local fish store. Okay, I'm going to take a break and come back to the chat box for right now until I go downstairs, okay? Sorry for my hand. Hi Dee from Brooklyn, Nick Richards, Bare Necessities, duckweed, yeah, lovable duckweed. How are the mystery fish, aka bass? Hey Big J, I'm going to go downstairs here in a few seconds and show them all to you. They're growing. Welcome Guppy Crib, Reefing with Billy Pipes, and if I've missed anybody, I'm going to have to add some more. Niecy's my only mod right now, and I'm sure she's busy. Let me, who's going to stay? I think I'm going to make Jeremy at Sergeant's Tank a mod, if he'll help out while I'm talking. I am a little discouraged today with a lot of sick, dying fish, and I'm getting ready to break down some tanks and quarantine them, not quarantine them, disinfect them. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you guys while I head downstairs, and because I don't want you to see my messy house. It's going to get dark, it's going to get bright, and anyway, we're heading downstairs to my 2 20-gallon tanks and my other 5-gallon tanks. Alright, can y'all see me? Alright, turning the camera around. Alright, here's the setup for my 2 20-gallons. They used to be upstairs, and then I decided I wanted to lighten the load off the second story with some of the fish tanks, and I brought these big 20-gallon highs down here. And in the top tank I have snakeskin or cobra grass delta guppies. I've had a big battle with losing pregnant females in here as well. Both of these tanks have been treated with general cure and erythromycin, but I continue to have parasite problems with bloating, dropsy, and death. I lost one of my young males in the top tank the other day. He did not have bloat or anything. I just found him dead on the bottom of the tank. And then in the bottom, I have my Moscow turquoise 3/4 black delta guppies. So I'm going to come in closer so y'all can see. Also in both of these tanks, I have peppered corydoras that are breeding like crazy. The top tank here is my yellow and green cobra grass delta guppies, and I have, I think, 5 to 7 fry in here, which I'm excited to see how they grow out. Lots of guppy grass and hornswort, and I have bladder snails and ram's horn snails in here as well. But here are my yellow and green cobra delta, and as you see, this male is bloating, so I'm concerned that he has parasites. The female are tequila sunrises. I've lost all of my snakeskin females. They died. I don't know if you can see these little specks flying around, swimming around, fry. I don't know why my camera is not focusing. And let's see what else. I have live plants in here. I have Java fern. I have gravel substrate. I have a Anubias nana here. And all of this is guppy grass. And I just trimmed it. I just trimmed out half of it 2 days ago. So I would say that the nitrates and everything are really good. I keep 10 and 20% weekly water changes. And as I stated earlier in this stream, I am out of strips and don't know really what my water perimeters are. But last summer I had a parasite problem. I thought I had gotten rid of it. I thought the general cure and the erythromycin this bout helped, but that I'm being hit with a vengeance. So I will be breaking these tanks down and sterilizing them, and I probably will have to be very selective with my guppies. I may have to euthanize all of them because they're eventually just getting sick. Oh, I have a couple neon tetras still left in here. I have a corridor. There they come flying around the corner. I have too many males, so I'm going to be taking a start over again. I have corridoras down here as well. There's a young juvenile in the back corner there. I have several back here. I don't know if you can see them or not. I have an Anubias something here. I don't know how to pronounce it. I have wild Java moss, and I have some, I guess, hair moss that kind of comes out like little shelves. I have some Java fern, guppy grass, hornswort, and gravel substrate. Okay? I don't have access to my chat on the phone right now, so I'm coming back around. Sorry. I'm getting ready to show you the other two 5-gallon tanks. And this one I got from my son-in-law that was fully planted. He had a betta in it and it died. And I have a beautiful zebra nearite snail in here. I have an autosynclus in here somewhere that's hiding. Anyway, I'm gonna be back in a few minutes. Sorry about that, but I'm hoping you all can see that this is the other 5-gallon tank. Let me go back to the nearite snail tank and let you know that I've got 3 neon tetras in here. There is a little autosynclus in here. I'm not sure what the name of these plants are. I believe they are swords. And then this is an large anubias that has bloomed again for me. It had 2 blooms on it when I brought it home in February. It has a small gravel substrate, and I have been adding Aquarium Co-op's Evergreen Easy Green fertilizer, liquid fertilizer. And these plants, this one here in the corner has doubled. It's beautiful because it's got a little bit of a pink tint in the underside of the leaf, and some great little hair algae on the wood. There's 2 of my neon tetras there. And then this plant here has doubled in size as well. And then over here are my extra snakeskin males, which I'm sure you all were enjoying seeing. But this male right here is bloated. He's over a year old. So he's never, I think he has bred once. And I have a couple fry upstairs that looks like him. But these will be going to their local fish, to my local fish store, with exceptions to this yellow grass male right here. I may keep him. Lots of ram's horn snails. This used to house a betta, and my betta died about 6 months ago. Okay, everybody's been waiting for the mystery fish. I caught these 9 fry out of my creek that runs beside my house. And I'm going to zoom in because some of them are at the top, but they're going to be hard to see. I do believe that there's some kind of shiner. They're about 1/2 inch in length. And I've been feeding them flakes, and they have no heater. And anyway, they're getting bigger. They've already doubled in size, and I've had them 2 or 3 weeks, I can't remember. This is for you, Jason, at Big J. I don't think they're bass honey. I think they're minnows. I went down to the creek the other day, and I saw some minnows that were about 3 inches in length that had a black stripe down their bodies like these little guys are. So I don't think they're going to get very big. But one of my tanks I'm going to try to set up as a natural tank. Thanks for being patient with me. And I'm getting ready to go back upstairs to get back on the chat to talk to you guys about my problems with parasites and bacterial infections. I've been reading and I've been studying about internal parasites, and even though I may be rid of the parasite, there's been secondary bacteria infections that causes the bloat and the dropsy and the death that's been happening in my fish. I still have a large percentage of fish that are living, but it's been very discouraging. Trying to keep them alive and trying to treat them. It gets expensive. Fighting disease, I know it's part of the hobby, and I should have broke down everything last year when I had the what is it, Comelanus worm. I treated them with what is that called, levomycin, yeah, levomycin HCI, and I've also treated them with General Cure and erythromycin. So thanks for hanging in there with me. I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 up here, and 5 downstairs, 12. I have a total of 12 tanks, and I'm getting ready to break down a lot of the 5 gallons and the little 2 gallons, and I'm going to set up a 25 gallon and a 37 high or tall gallon tank, and I'm going to lower the water level so that it's not so expensive treating them with medication, and then I'm going to give them one last shot before I euthanize all of them and start over. So I'm a little down. I try to encourage everybody else who goes through bad things, and it's kind of hard to smile and stay happy and chipper when all of this is facing you and all of this decision is facing you. But I'm going to make the best decision as a hobbyist, and take all of your all's advice that you can give me. Hi, Ridiculous Fish Adventures. Yes, honey, I have wormed them. And matter of fact, I've wormed them twice. Yes, Big J. You said Susan. D from Brooklyn. What's up, preacher? What you need, Big J? I'm sorry, I don't think they're bass. Nick says, Nisi, some LFS haven't even heard of it. I'm going to have to go back up and find out. I'm at the middle of the chat box. Fish Nerd, yes, honey, I have tried Levamisol HCI. Treated them twice with it. What's up? Okay, I can't find my guppy basket. I'm fish flopping. D is asking, how many guppy specimens do I have? Well, I have 3 strains that I'm trying to breed, and that is the cobra snakeskin, the grass. I have the turquoise three-quarter black guppy, and I have a tuxedo dragon guppy in the back. But the majority that I keep coming up with is snakeskin, snakeskin, snakeskin. And I know they're popular, but my snakeskins have come out with the short bodies, like I'm calling them Endler hybrids, because the Endler trait is coming out and dominating the fancy guppy traits that I like. I like fancy guppies more than Endlers, even though I had Endlers when I was a child that were called guppies. D says duckweed is the devil. I agree. Nick Richards says, hey Susan, first stream for me with you. Thanks, Nick. I'm going to check you out. I'm checking out your channel. And I am subscribing. You have 15 subscribers, and now you have, yeah, I'm number 15. Bookshelf, hey Bookshelf. Okay, Big J says he'll moderate. All right, now you're mod. Jeremy says, oh, thank you. D says, make sure you don't cross-contaminate your nets, etc. D, I believe I've already done that. So I'm going to sterilize everything. I'm going to, when I determine how many tanks I'm going to leave up, then I'm going to purchase more nets. And, you know, I'm going to be more strict on the not cross-contaminating thing. Have you dewormed plus used Epsom salt? Yes, Ridiculous. I have used Epsom salt baths. I have quarantined sick-looking fish. I have dewormed. I have used, what is that? Levimisol. I have used erythromycin. I have used General Cure. I have used aquatic salt. Now all of this, not all of it at one time. I've used it at different times. I also have National Geographic Herbal Ick Relief, and it also helps other external parasites. I also have used Melafix and Pimafix. I'm at my wit's end. Bear says, sorry for your losses, Susan. Thank you. I appreciate that. I do believe your name is Chris, and if I'm wrong, please correct me. D from Brooklyn, have you tested the water you're using for water changes? Perhaps there's metal contaminant in there leading to health issues. D, no, I haven't tested for minerals. I've tested my tap water prior to, a while back. And I know 2 times a year, the water company, does changes. And Epsom salt will kill plants. Yeah. I don't use Epsom salts in my planted tanks. I put them in quarantine tanks, and I use Epsom salt in a hospital tank. Big J says he wants the mystery fish bass. Well, as I put them in a natural tank and they grow out, I'm sure you're going to be glad to have them. I probably won't keep them. So if I get rid of them, Jason, they're yours. Ridiculous says, sorry, my phone is playing up, but did you deworm them? Yes, I did. Nisi says, my phone keeps freezing. It's me, not the stream. I'll be back in a few. I need to refresh. Okay. I know it's blurring, coming in and out because I'm on Wi-Fi right now. And I don't know, does anybody know, can I stop streaming from my phone and then keep up, connect with my other encoder? I don't know. I don't know if I can switch cameras in the middle or not. I'll try it in a little bit. Now that I've walked around with my phone, I think I can switch to the other camera. D from Brooklyn, go watch Ted Judy's latest video. He showed green neon tetra native habitat. That will be nice, Ruru. I'm going to check that out too. Reefing says, I always swing by to see Susan. She donated to my son's GoFundMe. Yes, Billy, and you're free. I'm going to mod you so that if you would put the link up to your son's GoFundMe account, and we're asking anyone that can help with Billy's little boy, please go by and donate and say a prayer for him and the family. Hi, Victor. Oh, welcome back, Jeremy. I'm sorry your stream went down. It could be because I was on Wi-Fi. I'm still on Wi-Fi. Yes, I can't pronounce that Ruru. I had cannibal anus worms as well. I treated with levomycin for 3 weeks, and I still lost a pleco. I'm sorry, Ruru. I haven't lost any Corydoras. And as you saw in my 20-gallon tanks, the guppy grass is, it's thriving, it's growing. My snails are thriving. My Corydoras are thriving. It's just my guppies. My guppies are weak. They're getting sick. And these are all my guppies. These are like second and third, fourth generation from guppy, from a local fish store. So these are my guppies. I've birthed these guppies. I've raised them out. I've separated them. I've bred them. And it's disheartening sometimes. Nisi says, okay, I'm back. Cell data hates me sometimes. Yep. Ruru2 says, I now have Hydra in my display tank and my mollies and guppies aren't eating them. What is Hydra? Lynn says, hello Susan and all, sorry I'm late. Hi Lynn, thanks for joining us. The snakeskin guppies I have are short tails. The body looks nice, but not much of a fantail to look at. Yeah, Ruru, mine's doing the same thing, and the tank behind me, they have some of the neatest shaped tails, kind of square spade tail, and I've had spear tails, I've had top swords, and I've had shark fin, and it's a top sword. The ones downstairs, it was a top sword, and it went into a shark tail, and that was kind of interesting. Jeremy asked me if I removed all the plant and decor when I treated. I don't think I did. I don't think I did. I didn't have planted tanks when I treated with the levomycel. So I think I left the plastic decor in there. You can't save them all. Some might be too weak from meds and parasite, and some are just weak fish to begin with. Yeah, Ruru too. I'm finding that out. Some of them are the results of inbreeding, and some of them are the results of selective breeding. I haven't kept good records over the last 6 months. Angelo, hi. Victor says, sorry to hear you're down. I will pray for you, Susan. Hope all gets better. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm going to try to shake this downer. I'm at my wit's end. I'm overwhelmed. So let me take a deep breath. Appreciate y'all. Y'all are such caring people. I'm going to get the handle on this. And I think if I get rid of a lot of them and start with smaller, more selective fish, then I'll be able to take control of the situation. I am going to have to break down tanks and sterilize. I know that. I just need to make up my mind which ones are going, which ones are staying. Ridiculous says, sorry, I have people here doing work. Just to recap, I would be making food with dewormer, Epsom salts, general cure. There are some great videos on YouTube about it. Thank you, Ridiculous. I have also some medicated flakes that I have that's got parasite X in it, and when I put them in the hospital tank, that's the only food that they get while they're in the hospital tank. But very few of them, none of them have made it out of the hospital tank. And I euthanized 7 today because of bent spines, severe bent spines, and in about 4 of the females, 1 of the males, and 1 of the females had skinny disease, and 2 of the females were severely bloated and pine coned, and their bodies were actually melting. Hi, Abby. Abby, dear, I'm getting ready to have to break down just about all of my tanks and sterilize them because my fish keep dying of some kind of parasite or bacterial infections. Thanks, Nisi. I'll let you explain to Abby. Joel went back to school today and recovering well, and I'm pressing in as always. Thanks, Jeremy. Yep, a lot of us are going through personal issues as well as fish room issues, work issues. Life is happening. And if anybody follows me on Facebook, I just posted, when life gives you lemons, be creative and make lemonade. Yeah, Jeremy rescued a cat, a feral cat. Alright, I'm going to go up to the top of the chat box and see what's going on. Have I caught up, everybody? Aquarium live streams information is what the group on Facebook is called, and it will let you know when we are live streaming. You know, not just me, but the other YouTube Fish Family channels are live streaming, and they do a great job. Hats off to Nisi and Short, and I believe Victor at VSTAG, he helps too. Thanks, guys, for your support. Thanks for your advice. My other questions are, I've been reading all day on different ways to sterilize tanks. First option that I read about was 20% bleach in the water. You know, take the fish out, take the plants out, take everything out, and put 20% bleach in, and then rinse it several times. Scrub the decor, and anyway, I don't know if I'm going to go the bleach way or not. The second, I've heard use aquarium salt or table salt, taking the fish out, taking the plants out. Probably have to take out all the invertebrates as well, snails and shrimp. And of course my corridors have to come out. And sterilize everything with aquarium salt or table salt. Okay. Step 3. I think I heard about using white vinegar to sterilize everything. Okay, I'll give you those 3 options. Bleach, aquarium salt or table salt, or white vinegar. Go for it. Give me your input on how to sterilize your aquarium after parasite bacterial infections. Guppy Crib, thanks for the compliment on the nice guppies. Nick Richards asked how much is guppy grass in the U.S. Mine's free. Plus you pay shipping and handling. Of course, I won't send you diseased. I will sterilize it before I send it off. I think I'm caught up. Okay, I'm going back down to the bottom. Ridiculous asked, sorry to hear about that. Does the food tell you what's in it? Yeah, it's Parasite X. Anybody familiar with that? It was sold to me as a dewormer for Calamanus worms, and I bought it from a company called Everything Aquatic out of Nebraska. Her name is Dina Edwards. Let me see if I can put her link here. And if anybody wants to check her out, she sells angelfish. She's got some koi angelfish right now, and they make their own fish foods. And anyway, check out their site. I buy all of my guppy flakes from her. Nisi V-Stag, speaking of that Facebook group, I sent you a PM the other day. So Victor, check your private messages. When life gives you lemons, you call customer support and yell at them till they give you steak. Well, that's not going to work. That's just not going to work. Victor said sorry. He'll go looking for that private message. Lumpy Dog's in the house. Hey, Lumpy Dog. I use bleach solution on my hard plastic artificial plants to clean up algae. Rinse several times and then add a heavy dose of dechlorinator. I've never had any issues. Thank you, Lumpy Dog. Ruru2 says, don't use table salt. Iodine can kill fish. Thank you, Ruru. I wasn't going to anyway. Thanks. Abby says, I like using a water and vinegar mixture for the tanks. Thank you. Angelo says, hi, V-Stag. Hi, Ruru2. Nisi says, I like white vinegar. And Ruru2 says, hydrogen peroxide, safest. I've used hydrogen peroxide on like rocks that I got out of the creek and on plants that I got out of the creek. Thanks, Ruru2. Nisi says, oh yeah, listen to Ruru2. V-Stag at Nisi. I'm not seeing any PM. Was it on Facebook? Jeff's Tanks my way. Hi, Jeff. I started with 6 guppies in early February. I've lost 3 of the adults since then, but I have many fry that are doing fine. Yes, it's frustrating to lose some and not know why. Yes, a lot of times the stress from shipping them from place to place, and a lot of these local fish store guppies are weak, but it's frustrating when you don't know why they die. But good luck with your fry, because that's where a lot of mine got started. Was from, I bought 3 pregnant females, no males, so it was a great surprise to see what was born and what kind of traits showed up in the fry. So yeah, you're going to enjoy that, Jeff. Nick says, that's really nice of you, Susan, but I'm in the UK. Drats, Nick. I know there's shipping issues for the UK and Canada. I wish you were close enough where I could just give it to you. Nisi said, yes, on Facebook. I have no idea how to use the YouTube message thing. Huh, that didn't come out as a link. Oh, I didn't take you outside to show you the pond. Daggone. Y'all want me to take you out there? It's getting kind of dark here now. I can turn on the porch light. The pond's doing great. I added some, what is it called? Pathos ivy, and a the kind of lily that you put in a betta vase. I added a lily. Hi, Tammy. Danks is giving me 3 thumbs up. Okay, Dank. Hi. Ridiculous says, I look it up. Sometimes certain meds won't work, etc. Be right back after I'm looking it up. Okay, thanks, Ridiculous. I want to make sure I've subscribed to him. Yep. I did. Hi, Dank. Guppy Crib says, Susan, will you keep 1 tank to seed the clean tanks with, or start your cycle from scratch? Guppy Crib, I am going to try to be selective with the healthiest fish, and I'm going to treat them with the medications and take really care to not cross-contaminate nets and buckets and every vacuum gravel vacs. I'm going to also disinfect all of my gravel vac hoses and let them soak for days in bleach, and just be more careful for not cross-contamination. I'm going to try to start from healthy fish that I already have. If that fails after 3 months, then I'm going to crash everything, sterilize everything, and start with new stock. And I might even get different fish besides guppies. Abby says she'll be right back. Does anybody else want to see the outside mini pond with my goldfish in it? I can take my phone while I still have a battery. Okay. Be patient with me. Gonna go through the dark again. Ooh. Hope I don't fall down the steps. If you hear a big boom, you know I fell. Light. Oh, y'all are gonna like this. I'm gonna feed them. They'll eat right out of my hand most of the time. Okay, turning the camera around. There's my babies. Come on. That's my 4 common, goldfish. They were feeder goldfish. And when I brought them home 2 months ago, they were only like an inch apart. Inch in size. Sorry for the cars. I have the lily. It's a house plant, and it's in gravel. I have the pothos ivy stuck in there as well. They've eaten most of the guppy grass and all of the duckweed that I had in here. There is a heater in here, but it's not connected right now. Let me find my thermometer. My thermometer shows that it's 74 degrees. I'm looking next week at temperatures dropping down into the 40s again, so I will turn the heater on then. See, they're at the bottom. Sorry you can't see them very well. And put some guppies in it, but I was too chicken to put any females in there. So I just put some male guppies outside. Oh well. I just muted it. Okay, I'm back. Okay. Oh no. Does that mean I died? My stream health is bad. Copy. I think I'm going to try this. I'm going to try switching. I'm going to try switching cameras. So I'm buffering. I switched cameras. There's Mr. Science. Oh, too cute. It still says that I have video output low, and it's buffering. Hi, Jimmy. She's so tech savvy. No, I'm not, because it's buffering. I want it to stop buffering. Ooh. Come on, make connection. Let me turn my Wi-Fi off. Bye-bye, Wi-Fi. Okay, says I'm still buffering. I may have switched, but okay, I'm getting there. Stream health is coming back in. No, 1010. Hang in there. It's not over. Trying to get a green light. Ooh, goodness. It just blipped out for half a second. I switched cameras. Yeah, hang in there, guys. Ruru says it's fine on his end. Angelo says it just happened. Oh. But if it's any better or worse, it was a fried seafood restaurant, shrimp and crab meat po' boy. Okay. It's all Niecy's fault. No, don't blame Niecy. I usually break things. I'll just go hide in the corner for a minute. Okay, guys, I'm going to disconnect and reconnect again. Come on, YouTube. Yay, I'm back. Yay! It's still buffering. Stop buffering. That felt like a magic trick. Well, went from I went from my iPhone to my OBS encoder. And Mr. Science, earlier I showed everyone the massive duckweed that I have. So if you still want some duckweed, private message me, or as you see on the screen, my email is score48@yahoo.com, and I'll be glad to send you some duckweed. I should try to make the Statue of Liberty disappear then reappear like David Copperfield. That would be too funny. Oh, my router is still in there as well. They've eaten most of the guppy grass. Okay, it's quit buffering on my end. How is it for everybody else? 1010 says his is still froze. Nope, mine started buffering again. It's got to be my internet, because it's my 2.4 gigahertz is flashing like crazy. I turned my Wi-Fi off, so I may have to, yep, it's yellow again. Don't forget to click the like button. Susan dear, I can hear you just fine. A little blurry screen won't stop the fans from enjoying the stream. Fish Nerd says, hey Susan, I'm still here. Just been listening while I mow grass. Awesome. That's a fan. Oh, that's probably killing your upstream. I'm trying to see. When you go live, let me see. I'll go into my settings. My encoder is times 264. My bit rate is at 2500. I don't have. Okay, video output is currently active. Please turn off any outputs to change the setting. Okay, I'm going to turn it off briefly. Come back. Don't leave me. The stream is continuing. Let's see. Let's see. Should try to make the statue. Okay, I read that. Lumpy Dog says, the only reason my wife married me was so that I could kill the spiders and fix stuff. She is a master at breaking things. 3 times 10 tanks, refresh. That should fix it. 18 watching now. Mr. Science says, yes, I will take some. I will be emailing you. I'll pay you the postage over PayPal. That'll work, honey. Tell me how much you want, because I have plenty to give you. Ruru 2. Wow, she's streaming at 1080 at 60 frames. Yeah, I knocked it down to 30 frames, so that should help. Hey, Nisi fixed it for 1010. Fishner, hey Susan, I'm still here. I'm listening while I'm mowing grass. Nisi said, I can hear you fine. Ridiculous says, I can make money disappear. The issue is making it reappear. Hey, that sounds like something I got. Lumpy Dog says, ridiculous fish adventures, laughing out loud. Mr. Science says, I'm seeing and hearing it all just fine. Audio even seems like it is synced in time correctly. Yay. Mine's still buffering here. Even though I have a green line. I may have to close my interface and come back. That's what I'll do. Maybe mine will quit buffering when I come back. But anyway, I've been having a hard time, everyone, with fish dying. And I am getting ready to be selective and break down some tanks and sterilize them. And go ahead, Jeremy, get your kiddos in bed, honey. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. He'll bring a live update later. Let me see. Skip some things. Says I'm still at orange stream health. Fish Nerd says, now I'm playing fetch with Shiloh the Wonder Mutt. Okay, Sergeant says, kitty rescued. Yay. Mr. Science says, I just like all the cool kids are doing these days. Mr. Science said, good to hear. Lumpy Dog said, Sergeant Tank, woohoo, you're a superhero now. Nisi says, Jeremy, that's great to hear. Thanks for all the update. Ridiculous says that Sergeant Tank, great work, Sergeant. He's our man, hero of the nation, so stay tuned to his channel, LOL. Now I have a green stream health, everybody. Nope. It's going from green to orange. Anyway, he'll bring a live, Sergeant's going to bring a live update later. Nisi says, Mr. Science, learning how to reply to multiple people per minute was very interesting for sure. Sergeant said, thank you, Susan, and everyone. Need to get kiddos in the bed. And Mr. Science says, Nisi, I had to try to pack in as many replies in one message as possible. Really worked the brain. Nisi says, see you next time, Jeremy. Everybody said bye to Sergeant Tank. Lumpy Dog says, I got to go check service my tanks and see y'all later. Thanks, Lumpy Dog. Thanks for joining us, baby. Nisi saying bye. Nick says, see you, Lumpy Dog. Ridiculous says, did you get my previous messages about trying different drugs? Yes, I did, Ridiculous. I have tried the Parasite X Flakes. I have tried the Levomycil HCI. I have used General Cure, and which is a dewormer, and EM erythromycin. And I think according to, can't remember who asked me now. I think Jeremy asked me if I left the decor and stuff, plants in place when I treated, and I said, yes, I did. So I didn't know He didn't make any comment whether I needed to leave them or whether I needed to take them out. And at that time that I treated with the Parasite X and the Levomycel HCI, I had mostly plastic plants, and, you know, uh, the resin decorations in my tank. Angela Meyer from Louisiana. Thank you, Angela, for joining us. Guppy Crib. Susan, how many fish have you lost in the past month? Very sorry to hear your problem. Okay, the past month, including today, I put 7 down. I euthanized 7 today that had severely bent spines. 2 of them were had dropsy, had fully pine coned, and their bodies were literally melting off of them. I would say I've lost 15 to 20 fish in the past month. Okay, Mr. Science says, pretty cool on Sunday when you got a channel shout out from Corey. Yes, I did. I heard him mention that he watched my videos, and I was very honored that he did. Ridiculous asked me, maybe hit up Corey from Aquarium Co-op for some help. Yeah, I'm going to probably do a consultation with him. I'm going to rewatch all of his videos on it and make sure I'm doing everything that I can. And I'm pretty sure it's from the infestation that I had last year that I probably didn't get rid of all of the internal bacterial infections. I'm not so sure it's so much parasite as much as it's bacterial and maybe fungus infections. And I was going to ask you guys, when you do water changes, do you store your treated dechlorinated water? Do you keep containers of it pre-treated for, quick water changes, or do you treat your water fresh every time you do a water change? The reason I ask is because I've seen people store treated water and use an air stone, to keep it aerated. I personally try to keep 5 gallons of pre-treated water, dechlorinated water, and I don't aerate it. So am I causing a fungus bacterial problem by using stored water, or should I use fresh water every time I do a water change? And I think that's a very good question because I don't ever hear it discussed. And should you use an aerator or an air hose in your stored dechlorinated water? Ridiculous says, or mods, can I post links here? Ridiculous, I'm going to make you a moderator so that you can post a link. I got to get going. Time to figure out what the boys want to eat. I'll be listening, though. Thanks, Nisi. Thanks for your help, honey. And I hope that y'all have a good dinner. Mr. Science says to Ridiculous Fish Adventures, you can post links if you're a mod. What I do is type in a link like this at youtube.com, and it goes through, obviously not clickable. Thanks, Mr. Science. Nisi, I treat the water as I go, but that's just me. No reason other than it's easier for me. Mr. Science says, I try to keep the water as fresh as possible. Len says also, how long can you store water? That's a good one. I store mine with a lid on it, but it's not airtight, because I like the chlorine to be able to evaporate out. I don't use stored water. Seacom Prime makes water ready to use out of the tap. No point in storing water. That's what Ruru says. V-Stag's telling Nisi later. Ridiculous said, I just use fresh water. Only time I store water is for my shell dwellers to raise up the pH. Okay. Jimmy H. Hi, Jimmy. Mr. Science says to Lynn Anderson, you can store water as long as the container holding it will last. For example, plastic bottles eventually start to break down in the water way before the water goes bad. Ridiculous says, here is a good video. I'm going to click on the...
What up, YouTube? I'm back. And in this video, I'm going to share with you the methods that I use to medicate my fish food.
Okay. It's 6 minutes long. And if you all want to, I can share that with you. Y'all want to hear it?
Stay tuned.
This is why I'm hot. 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 This is
Alright, YouTube. This recipe is fairly simple, as you can see here. I normally like to use 3 ounces of fish food, and what you're going to need is garlic, API General Care, Epsom salt, so I emptied it 3 ounces of fish food. Then the half a teaspoon of salt, the half a teaspoon of garlic powder. Now the garlic powder, what it does is it makes the fish more attracted to the food. Of course, when it's medicated, it has a real nasty or foul taste to the fish, and they might not eat it. The Epsom salt acts as a
Hey guys, I just wanted you all to see it. Don't know about YouTube laws, copyright, and all that stuff. So if anybody's interested in going to that link and watching that video, please go ahead and do that. And thanks, Ridiculous, for that link. I'm playing catch up with my chat box. So when it quits scrolling, okay. Thought it sounded like IFG. Oh, you're familiar with him? Okay. Thanks, Ridiculous, and thanks, Mr. Science. And V-Stag says, I store my RO water in barrels with airstone in it. Longest without increase in ppm I have gone is 8 months. Okay. So if you store your treated water for a length of time, it'll increase pH and stuff. It goes through a change. Ridiculous. I was just showing you how to med your food if you want. Not my video. I know. That's why I didn't play the whole video, because of YouTube copyright laws. But the link is in the chat box if anybody is interested. So I appreciate it. Lynn says, I keep it in a 20-gallon trash can with a heater and a sponge filter. Okay, that would be doing the aeration. Also, Ridiculous is answering Mr. Science Geek and saying it is IFG. Nisi says, hey Susan, I'll leave the link in the comments after the stream is uploaded. And if anyone's interested in watching that video, just to make it a little bit easier, so 3 also stop signs matter. So 3 also stop signs matter. Okay, help me out. Hi, David's Fish Tanks. Hello, honey. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm doing good, honey. We're having the stream tonight on the many fish losses that I've had due to parasites, bacteria, and fungus infections, and how I'm getting ready to break down most of my tanks, sterilize them. I'm going to pick the healthiest fish and decide whether or not I'm going to euthanize the rest of them. I don't think it's a good idea to share them with my local fish store, just so that I don't spread any bad parasite and bacteria with the community. Also, we were discussing storing your change water, or using it fresh each time you do a water change. Ridiculous just realized he had mod powers. Time to ban everyone. Mr. Science says, so interesting story about an upcoming video. Yesterday a student came to me and said he found a bunch of guppies in a pond in the wild near his house. I told him no way that was possible. He's calling probably wild fish guppies, huh? Now, back in the 70s, the first guppies that I had were wild caught guppies out of the Colonial Beach there. Can't remember what's next to it. What's next to Colonial Beach, Mr. Science? Nisi just smoked something strange. All right, David says, that sucks. Yes, it does, honey. But I'm going to press on and I'm going to recover. All right, Mr. Science says, because, as you know, Virginia winters are way too cold for guppies to live over winter. Yep, that's true. So I was sure he was talking about killifish. Okay. Yep. You're right, Mr. Science. Ruru 2, wild mosquito fish looks like guppies. True. Mr. Science Geek. But sure enough, he brought in a bucket of fancy guppies, already found new homes for all of them. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that. Fancy guppies. Somebody had to have just set them loose. But the water would still be too cold for them. That's weird. Ridiculous says, are guppies just mosquito fish? No, they are two different scientific species. They're related, but they're different. Mr. Science says, next to Colonial Beach, is that state park, right? I can't remember. I was a kid, so I had a family that we visited as a child that lived in Colonial Beach. And all of her guppies, she had hundreds of them, and just fish bowls with guppy grass. And she said all of them were wild caught in the probably brackish part of the streams from the beach. I think I remember State Park because we used to go down on the boardwalk and have pizza, and you know, it was kind of like a pier fair. That's what it was like, State Park. David's Fish Tanks said, Ruru M subbed you. Yep, everybody support one another's channels. Go and sub them. and watch their videos and support one another. It looks like I'm coming up on 300 subs, you guys. Thank you so much. Couldn't do it without you. Apparently someone recently dumped all their guppies. Exactly. Yep. That's the only way it would have happened. It's been pretty warm here recently. Good. Nisi says, now I resent that I'm driving. Don't be picking on someone who can't reply back. Ridiculous is in trouble. Guppy Crib says, did your very first guppies have colors? Yes, my females had red tails, and two of them had red tails, and one of the females had a half black body and a black tail. Ridiculous says, Nisi, I would never do such a thing. All right, kids, behave yourselves or you will lose your mod status. Just kidding. All right, and Ridiculous said, no, Mr. Science says, Westmoreland State Park, I think. It has prehistoric shark's teeth. It sounds really familiar to me. And Ridiculous says, mosquito fish are a real issue in Australia. Wow. Are they overpopulating? Looks like the stream health is really good now. I bet my husband was on the other computer. 14 watching now. Okay, I'm going to go back and reiterate at the beginning of the stream. I started at 6 and I'm going to go for another 15 more minutes. So if you have any questions, let's pump out those questions, and if I can answer them, I will. If not, anybody in the chat can chime in. And if you want me to search something on the web, I'll be glad to do that, and we can share the information together on this stream. I'm going to reiterate from the very beginning of the stream. It's titled Tank Takedown Fish Flop. I've been losing a lot of my guppies lately due to illnesses. They call it dropsy, where the fish actually pine cones. They swell up, and I've lost a lot of females that were pregnant that never gave birth. And let me see what Ridiculous is saying. Australia is very fragile, and they have been introduced to all the waterways years ago to control mosquitoes. That's the only problem. Now they have to put predator fish. Now you need to put predator fish in the same streams to actually eat the population of the guppies, or try to catch females like crazy. Hey Bob. Yep, I'm still going. Welcome back. I hope you had a good dinner. What'd you eat? Ridiculous says, oh no, Bob is in the house. Yep, Bob is in the house. So straighten up, everybody. I was reiterating, Bob, at the opening of my stream about the tank takedown and the fish flop, because of the deaths that I've had in so many of my guppies, and how I'm going to have to take down majority of my tanks and sterilize them. I'm probably going to have to euthanize most of my guppies and just pick out what I call the healthiest looking strains that I want to continue with, and do a heavy quarantine, medicating them, watching them for 3 months before I actually breed them. So I'll probably keep 2 tanks, 1 female, 1 male, and I'll keep everybody posted. I'll do update videos. And my little wild caught fry, I do believe, are some kind of shiners, and can't remember what they're called right now, but one of the guys that I was watching, that I believe he's a natural fish guy, and he catches wild fish from his creek all the time up in I want to say he's in Maryland, but he could be in Michigan. Y'all help me out if you know who I'm talking about. Bob, Ruru, what'd you say? Hi, Gina. Ridiculous is an Australian. He says, "You Americans are strange. It's only 10:45 a.m. and having dinner already." Yes, it's um, it's almost 8 o'clock p.m. here in Alabama. And Bob, what time is it there? Is it 5 o'clock? Almost 5 o'clock there, Bob, in Washington. Hi, DPK. Yay, I made it after having a bad day. Oh, you didn't want to see the beginning of my stream, DPK, but I picked myself back up with the help of all of the fish family. Mr. Science says, when you set your tanks back up again, how do you plan on designating tanks for breeding? One tank for males, one for females, one for fry, and one for dropping fry. In the female tank, I plan to let them drop fry and let nature have its way. And then if any fry survive, I will then designate another sterile tank for fry grow out and go from there. I probably will cull all of those fry, and then I probably need to get a turtle so that the turtle can eat all of these fry. Might throw them in the mini pond and let the goldfish eat the fry. Had chicken katsu. Making me hungry. I'm going to have to eat popcorn now. I wasn't going to get any snack, but I'm going to have to get some popcorn. I had a crazy hamburger combo steak. It was a hamburger steak plate with cowboy nuggets and, what was it? French fries today. And it was really good. First time visiting this restaurant. It was a little restaurant called J&J inside of a gas station, and they advertise that they have the best hamburger in the world, and it was pretty good. Okay, how's your fry doing, Mr. Science? Ridiculous says good morning to DPK. Mr. Science says welcome. Sorry your day was rough. Yes, DPK, come on in here and join us for a few more minutes and pick yourself up and forget about all the bad stuff that happened today. Because today has been a wash for me too. As I posted on Facebook, when life gives you lemons, be creative and make lemonade. And I've had to make some lemonade, but I don't think I put enough sugar in mine. Michael's Fish Room joined us. Hi, Sue. Hello, Michael. Thanks for joining in. We're going to go a few more minutes. You'll probably get more information by reviewing the video once it becomes public. But as you see, the title of my stream tonight is Tank Takedown and Fish Flop. I did a fish tour, a fish rooms tour. I took everybody downstairs and showed them my 20s and my 2.5s and my other wild caught fry. And later on, I took everybody out on the front porch to the mini pond where the 4 goldfish ate out of my hand. And I've been losing a lot of guppies due to parasite, bacteria, and fungus infections. And it's been real discouraging. Over the past month, I've probably lost 15 to 20 fish and had no fry. I was on Dwayne Kitchell's stream the other night and let him know that my female in the Tuxedo Dragon guppy tank that had the smiley face on her dorsal fin, she was dying. So I did a massage on her abdomen, and I was able to get 2 fry from her. And then I checked my fry basket this evening, and I only have 1 fry in there. So that meant somebody sucked the little fry out of the breeder box and had him for lunch. So I'm hoping this other fry makes it and grows out and looks just like mommy. but I have been through all of the medications that everybody suggested. I've gone through all the procedures, and the next thing I can do is just break everything down. I had to euthanize 7 adult fish today due to illness and crooked spines, and I've been kind of overwhelmed and discouraged, but I'm gonna be all right. I'm gonna make it, and I'm gonna start over with some of my some of my adults, and treat them with medication. I'm gonna sterilize these tanks, and we're gonna see how things go for the next few months. If not, I'm gonna cull everything, break everything down, sterilize it, cycle all my tanks, and then start with new stock. And I might even go with a different fish besides guppies. So that's where y'all will come in and give me suggestions of what I need to get, and then we'll be watching videos and live streams on your suggestions. Nick Richards says, Nisi, Susan, Bob, and V-Stag are all now mods on my channel. Thank you, Nick. Just need to start streaming now. Ha ha. Yes, Nick, go right ahead. Let me check out your channel and make sure I did sub you. Yep, I subscribed to you. So get busy streaming. Bob, we discussed earlier also about the water that we do our water changes with. Do you store treated water, or do you use fresh treated water each time you do your water changes? If you store your water, do you use aeration, or do you just cover it? What do you do? And if I'm doing it wrong by storing my water and using stored water, please let me know. Michael's Fish Room says it's almost 9 p.m. here in New Jersey. Yep, it's almost 8 here, hun. Jeff's Tank says, Susan, is your general hardness high enough for guppies? Yes, my general hardness is 7.4 to 7.6, which is which is all of our area, and this area is hard water. V-Stag says, thanks, Nick Richards. I'm honored to be mod for you. Michael's Fish Room, been at work since 6 a.m. Well, that's a long day, Michael. I'm so glad that you're off. Just kick your feet up, knock your shoes off, and relax a little bit and have a good laugh at Susan tonight. Excuse me. Mr. Science says, ouch, DPK, fish aquariums, that is rough. Ridiculous Fish Adventures says, sorry to hear about that. What did I miss? I lost my new pair of rams. Very upset. Tomorrow going to try to replace them. Oh, I'm sorry, DPK. Honey, you need to check your water levels and make sure everything's okay before you add any more fish, okay? Good luck with the next ones, honey. My water was good, but I believe it was some mysterious disease. Then I would also try to find out what the disease was. Were there any symptoms on the fish? Were they manifesting any symptoms before they passed away? Nick Richards, it's my honor to have you mod for me. Michael says, okay, gotta go drive home. See ya. Okay, Michael, be careful. Safe traveling. V-Stag said, sorry to hear that, DPK. Ridiculous says, Michael's Fish Room. See ya. DPK, thank you, Ridiculous. I hate losing fish. I really take it to the heart. DPK, that's what I think I've been going through today, and I hate euthanizing fish, but these fish were very, very in poor shape, and there wasn't any sense letting them suffer. DPK says, thank you, Ridiculous. I hate losing fish. Mr. Science says, I just subbed you, Nick Richards. Look forward to more videos from you. DPK says, thanks to V-Stag. Ridiculous says, proper popcorn or the microwave stuff. Well, I'm sorry. I use microwave popcorn because it's hard to find fresh popcorn kernels and do it on the stove the way we used to, or on an open fire. Nick says, thank you so much to Mr. Science Geek. I'll be filming more tomorrow. Been busy moving tanks and working. DPK, I wish I had better LF local fish store than better with better quality. Yep. Mr. Science says, thanks for asking. My one fry born a week ago is growing great. Thanks for that clear versus gray tip. Yep. And one female dropped fry yesterday. Another upcoming video. Yay! I can't wait. Because you have the Tequila Sunrise female. And I can't remember. I think you have a red tuxedo male or something. I can't remember what you have. I'll have to go back and watch the video again. Ridiculous says to DPK, same here, and shipping fish in Australia is so expensive, unfortunately. I am so sorry. I really hope things improve for you guys. V-Stag said to DPK, we all need to move to near Corey's shop. Yep, let's all head to Washington and to Bob. Or we could go to Ohio or Indiana to Lucas at Ellie Brett's and Jimmy Shishimi Whiskey and Lup Diesel. DPK says, sorry to hear that, Susan. Never give up. That's right. You have to cry a little bit, take a deep breath, get that second wind, and keep going. All right. Ruru2 says, my duckweed spreads so much at night. I didn't notice that, but mine does. Come to think of it, it seems like it does here too. Nick Richards says to Ridiculous, we should move together. Oh. And now he's asking, where are you from? Nick says, I have nothing stopping me. Try shell dwellers. I thought about it because I've watched Corey's and I've watched Rachel O'Leary's. Bob, you got some shell dwellers too, don't you, hon? Hey, Chad. Welcome, honey. I'm getting ready to end the show, though. You'll have to go back and review everything. If y'all hang in there, I will too. Going on 2 hours. It says 1 hour and 46 minutes. Okay, I got 15 more minutes, y'all. DPK. Hi, Chad. What did I do? DPK. I don't know. I'm tired. Nick says, thank you, Susan. I'm going to Lup Diesel to learn from him to see how my experience goes, and I may make the jump to the U.S. and start living. Come on, Nick. DPK, sorry I touched the wrong button, Nick, but I just put my alert notification on to your channel so when you stream. Ridiculous said, don't worry, I had to teach my girlfriend how to cook proper popcorn. Oh, yay, DPK. I just found a pygmy killie fry. Oh, my God. I never bred them before. He is so tiny. I wish I can take footage of him. That is awesome, DPK. That is awesome. Good luck with him. Ridiculous says, be right back. My guppy breeder box has moved and had to reattach to suction cups. Okay, go take care of that guppy box. Mr. Science says, very good memory, Susan. I have the females that are bred to a Tequila Sunrise male who jumped out a few weeks ago, but now have a red tuxedo male in there to breed with them soon. Wow. I'm surprised at myself. Whew. DPK says, Pat, smash that like button, everyone. Yep, there's 17 watching. How many likes? I don't know. I can't see what you all see. Okay, there I am. Ta-da! I like my own self. I'll be like Bob. Yeah, not a lot of stores sell Lake Tang fish. Bob, did you, I do have Shelley's. Good. Bob, did you hear my question about, the water that you do water changes with? Do you do fresh water each time that's treated? Or do you, how are you supposed to store your dechlorinated water? I keep mine in a 5-gallon bucket and I don't use any aeration. So if I'm doing something wrong, if I'm causing the bacteria infection in my fish, and if I'm causing pH changes, somebody please tell me. Nisi says she'd rather be Corey or Bob's neighbor, close enough to hop back to Alaska to see family if necessary. That's cool. Yes, it is, Nisi. Back to the kitchen while I listen, while I can. Mr. Science says I smashed it so much it won't click again. Mama Nisi in the house, DPK says. Steamfight Aquatics, so hard. Mr. Science says to Bob, so hard to find Shelleys in my area. Just found one pair in my LFS, but not the species I want. They aren't very bright or active. The fish, not the LFS. Haha. Mr. Science is from Virginia, and I was born and raised in Virginia, but now I'm an Alabama girl. Corey number 2 is in the house. Hello, Corey number 2. Bob is in the house. Amen to that. DPK says, how is it going, mister? Steamfight says 26 likes. Wow, mine shows 16. I'm going to refresh. I got 32, 33, 16 watching. Awesome. That means some have come and gone. And some are not saying anything at all. They're spying. Okay. Ridiculous says back. The breeder box is just to separate a male guppy that is getting picked on and almost lost all of his tail. Oh no. Yeah, you might want to put him in a hospital tank and treat him for his tail growth. Put him in a little aquarium salt, or I use API stress coat. That would help his tail come back. Or just a little aquarium salt. DPK Fish Aquarium 26, Bob says. Bob says right out of the tap and put Seacom Safe in the tank. You probably want a bubbler in there. Bob, do you think I am causing bacteria growth in my bucket that may be causing the whole problem with all of my fish? Hi, Island Queen. Welcome, honey. I just made you mod. Corey number 2 is saying to Mr. Science, yes, I hear you. I've been resealing my roof all day. Was supposed to have some help, but no one showed up, so had to do it all by myself. Woo, Corey, take a deep breath. Exhale. Okay. Do you feel better? Ridiculous said to Nick, no, for some reason, never has interested me for some reason. Okay. DPK says, hey, Bob, if I want to pre-mix safe in a 16-ounce bottle, how much should I use? Nick says, okay, no worries. Guppy Crib. Bob, are you on a well? Question mark. Mr. Science at Ridiculous. Try building one of those guppy breeder do-it-yourself boxes like Aquarium Co-op showed a video of. I made one and we'll make a video of it soon with credit to Corey. Awesome. DPK says hi Island and Corey number 2. Corey number 2 saying hi to Susan. Okay. Ridiculous Adventures. My house is like a zoo with all the different tanks and animals. I'd like to see some video, Nick. Alright. Ridiculous to Mr. Science Geek. I have 2 off the shelf already. Might like at Corey's. Jeff's tank my way. Think you need an air stone to gas off the CO2 in the bucket, Susan. Thank you, Jeff. I'm gonna change how I do some things and see how that goes. DPK says he lost his rams today, Corey, and found his first pygmy killifish fry. We lose some and we gain some, don't we, DPK? Ridiculous at me saying I'm treating all of the tank as they are new fish. I haven't had guppies since I was a kid. He is the prettiest one as well. What color is he, Ridiculous? Bob says I would really doubt it unless you are keeping the water in there for weeks. No, I'm not keeping it in there for weeks. It barely makes it a week. Thanks, Bob. Corey number 2. Sorry to hear about the rams, but that awesome about the killifish fry. Yes. Island says, thanks, Susan. Glad to be here. Bob says, but an air stone will help gas out chlorine, etc. Thanks, Bob. I believe, who else said that? Jeff. Jeff's tank my way. Thanks, guys. Jeff and Bob. You're the great. You're the greatest. I'm getting some answers. And I feel some of the stress alleviating. Alright, Ridiculous says to me, are guppies usually very aggressive? My females are even aggressive. I have found that the reds and the yellows can be aggressive. And the females tend to be more aggressive. And if you have one that is beating up other fish, I would take it back to the fish store or put it in a separate tank. They're very territorial, and you will probably have to have lots of plant cover in order for them to be able to live peaceably in the same tank. Now, when females are getting ready to give birth in a tank, sometimes they act a little more aggressive and territorial because they're trying to be alone while they give birth. And others will follow the female around so they can eat the fry as they're being born. So, but I've seen the reds and the yellows be more aggressive than other. Bob says not on a well. Use the amount of safe needed for how much water you are adding back into the tank. Ridiculous said it, Nick. Thanks, I feel special. Nick says I use a cricket box for a breeder box. Interesting. That would be cool. Mr. Science says to Ridiculous Fish Adventures, I don't usually have aggressive guppies. They hold their own, but not actively aggressive. Yeah, most of the time mine get along with each other. They do have certain areas of the tank that they might be a little more protective over. But most of the time my females the snake skin and the mosaic females and the three-quarter black females all get along pretty well. But the yellows and the red, like the red that has tequila sunrise in them, they can get a little aggressive sometimes. Nick says, you got it, Susan. I'll post some tomorrow. Great, Nick. I'm a little behind on the chat, you guys. Ridiculous bright orange, yellow, blue, and black. Is that all of them, all those colors, or you have individual fish with those colors? The bright orange and the yellows are the most aggressive. The blue and the blacks usually are not that aggressive. All right. Ruru2. Oh, Nick says to Ruru2, I feed the crickets to my geckos and frogs. Cool. Got geckos and frogs. All right. I love tadpoles. I love eating frogs. Short and Anxious is in the house. Yay, Short. Hey, Short. Hey, honey. She finally made it. I almost cut the stream 15 minutes ago. I'm glad you made it, honey. All right, Ruru2 says, I want fully aquatic frogs that don't make a lot of noises at night. I don't think you're going to get that, Ruru, because I heard that they sing at night. Yep. Oh, tree frogs. Yeah, tree frogs can be loud too. So can bullfrogs. Okay. Ridiculous is saying, most of my females are red and yellow females. Oh, that is happening. One female is holding and they chase her nonstop. Yep, you might want to put that female in a breeder box by herself with a piece of grass or something to for the fry to hide in. If you don't have the bottom part of that breeder box to separate the mom from the babies, I have the net kind that doesn't have a separator, and so I put a pathos or some guppy grass in there, or even a plastic plant in there for the fry to hide in, because the yellow reds are known to eat their fry also. And the yellow red is, I believe, from the Tequila Sunrise strain. And let me see. Mr. Science says that sounds like Ruru2. African dwarf frogs would be good. They're quiet and fully aquatic. Okay, the African dwarf frogs are quiet. Okay, thank you, Mr. Science. I don't know anything about frogs, so I shouldn't have said anything. All right, Nick says, Susan, check out my Cory eggs video. I used the cricket box in that. A bit of cheap DIY, but it works well. Nick, we believe in DIY around here, so I will check it out. All right, I'll start an earthworm bin, then get frogs. Cool. I do believe, Ruru2, that Deb Tim has an earthworm bin downstairs that you want to check out her video. The male is all of those colors. The male is red and yellow. So, red and yellow, black and blue. That is cool, because I have, let's see, I have a tuxedo dragon male. He doesn't have any blue in him, but he's got the red and the yellow and the half black. That would be a good idea. Ruru2. Okay, Short is back. Yay, we miss her so much. Hey, Nick. Hey, Susan. Ruru2. All right. Is Jimmy still listening? Shishimi Whiskey. I've got a notification. Let me check it out. Sergeant Tank is live. Cat rescue accomplished. All right, guys, I'm getting ready to close down my stream. I've been here a good little while, and I appreciate everyone. When everyone comes by, I'm laughing at Shishimi. I like when Susan says cool. Um, I thank everybody for coming by. I thank you for all of your advice. I thank you for all of your good wishes and encouragement with my strains and my breaking down, my tank takedown, and my fish flops. And my heart goes out to everyone that has had a rough day and that has fish loss, that have personal issues going on. I've had a lot of bad news about some friends with cancer. I don't think Billy put the link for the GoFundMe account for his little boy, so I'm going to put it in the description. And I hope everyone will go to that GoFundMe account and, help them, help support them. Their little boy is going through treatment, and there's some other GoFundMe accounts that I may share, especially the Peru one. And if you purchase items from Corey and a lot of his, I'm not sure what percent is going to the Peru account, but I'll try to get that information in the description. Thank you guys for watching. I hope I haven't missed any questions. Let me try to scroll down to the bottom right quick. Yes, Josh. Thanks for answering, DPK. I have planted tanks, and at the beginning of this stream, if you'll review this stream when it goes public, you'll see the tour of all of my fish tanks. I have a beautiful little 5-gallon planted tank downstairs that I cannot take credit for. My son-in-law gave me that tank after he lost his betta, and he gave me all of his fish equipment. So, Sergeant is streaming right now. Have a good night. Love you too, Bob. Love you, Jim. Short says, no, you can't stop, Susan. Well, open up 2 tabs and go support Sergeant and me. And I'll stay on for a little bit longer, Short, okay? I'm going to stay on for Short and anybody who wants to stay. Thanks, Jeff. Oh, she says, okay, Susan, I will let you go. Get ready for bed. Happy I made it, though. Good night, Susan. Good night, everyone. Have a great night. Oh, now yay. The chat and my, I'll stay short. Oh, he's ending V-Stay? All right, we'll stay for a little bit longer, guys. Okay? I need to get me something to drink, though. I'll be back. Okay. I'm back. I thought I'd end the stream. You know how Short likes to hear me read. I thought I'd end the stream tonight on Genetics and Crosses by Tom Allen. And Tom Allen is one of the authors for the Guppy Associates International Chicago, if anybody's interested. I am not a member of that group, and but I do get a lot of their information because I like fancy guppies, and they have a guideline and they have a standard that they go by. So I'm going to read a little bit. Hello, Aman. Everybody check out everybody's channel and support one another. Sub. And if you're just now signing on, I've been here since 6 o'clock Central Time. And I've been trying to sign off twice. I'm going to stay on just a little bit longer. But I'm going to read about Genetics and Crosses by Tom Allen of the guppy. Okay? Guppies, like humans, they have 23 chromosomes. Lined up on these 23 chromosomes are thousands of genes which determine traits that the fish, will exhibit. Okay? During a mating, genes, one from the male and one from the female in positional order, combine to form the visible and invisible traits that the parents will pass off to their offspring. Okay? There's other stuff here, and I'm not going to read about that. Gold is defined as a fish that has at least 25% yellow gold color in the body, and the caudal fin can be any other color. Okay, bronze is a fish, male or female, that has an old gold background color in the body, at least 25% of the scales with dark edges. Some gray strains have the scale edging, but would be disqualified because they lack the background color. And they're called bronze and gold. The albino is any fish, male or female, and these are guppies I'm talking about, that has red or pink eyes regardless of body color. There are presently 2 IFGA classes for albinos. There's a red albino, there's a AOC, which means all other color albinos. Okay? The genes for gold, bronze, and albino, while positional on the chromosomes, are at different locations, meaning that if you cross a gold and an albino, you should get 100% non-gold, non-albino young in the first generation, in the F1 generation. Snakeskins, by definition, is any male guppy that has an unbroken rosetta pattern covering at least 60% of the body. Okay. I have snake skins and cobra skins galore that came through a yellow buttercup guppy. It was a hidden gene. He was solid yellow with a red stripe down his body at the top and a beautiful flowing yellow fin. But the gene that came from him has infiltrated my strains to where just about every drop of fry, I get some snakeskin patterns. So to me, it's going to be a dominant gene. Females show no snakeskin pattern. That's true. They can be colorless or they can be gray in color in their body pattern. The gene for the snakeskin trait can be on the Y chromosome, passed from the father to the sons, or on the X chromosome, passed from the mother to the sons. So because mine came from the male, I would say it was on the Y chromosome because it was passed from the father to the sons. And then the sons bred with females and passed the gene on. Half black is any male or female that has a black coloration from the edge of the dorsal to the peduncle area with at least 50% coverage. The gene for half black can be Y-linked, X-linked, or passed from both parents. The IFGA currently recognizes 7 caudal colors in male half blacks: red, blue, green, yellow, pastel, purple, and AOC. The sword tail is defined by any male having a sword-like extension on the caudal. There are single sword tails, upper and lower, and double sword tails. Females show nothing that would hint that she is from a sword tail strain. Both male and female must carry the sword tail gene to get sword tail young in a mating. Okay, that's enough information on guppy classifications for tonight. Guppy genetics and crosses. I hope y'all picked up something from that. And those that were not able to be with us earlier. Oh no, my stream is blurry. I guess I've been on too long. It says it's healthy. Must be my end. Hi, Fish Life. Hi, Aqua Operations, and bye. God bless you too. So you have to have a heterozygous pair to get swordtail guppies. Wow. Girl, I don't know that word. Ridiculous. Does anyone know why my guppies have red spots and black lines on them? A lot of times, ridiculous, those are the genes from endlers, because somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but endlers are the wild guppy, and sometimes their genes start showing up in the fancy guppy strains. How you doing, Fish Life? Short's having fun with me. Yep. Hey, David. Yo, we on deck. What's up, Susan? Hey, David. I've been here 2 hours and 19 minutes, honey, and I'm about to burn out. Oh, sorry, Aqua, that I missed you. Yes, please sub Aqua Operations. He's got some video content that you will enjoy. Let's see what else. Is there anyone else streaming right now? No? I haven't seen Chaz tonight. Anybody seen Chaz? Is Chaz in the house? I don't see Chaz. All right. Don't forget to click the like button. My stream tonight, as you see the title, is tank down and fish flop. I've been losing a lot of guppies lately, and it's been discouraging, but I'm going to have to take down a lot of my tanks and sterilize them. I'm going to have to go through my strains of guppies and look at the healthiest ones, separate the males from the females. So I'll keep 2 tanks going, and I'm going to medicate them again watch them for several months, cull any fry that's born from them, and see how it goes. And I might even, I told the guys tonight, guys and gals tonight, that I might even go with some different fish. So my goldfish are doing fine outside. My corridoras are doing fine. It's just my guppies. Oh, he's studying tonight? Thanks, Mr. Science. Yes, Short has to work till 11 p.m. and doesn't get to say hi on live streams now. Oh, am I taking up your time to live stream? Mr. Science Geek? I can quit anytime and you can go live. Ridiculous says my phone hates live streams. Well, you know, I started on my iPhone and then I switched to my OBS interface. And so YouTube allowed my streams to stay connected. So I hope that it flows okay. Your daughter is still up, so you want to stream when your daughter goes to bed? Fish Life asked the question, what does SLC stand for? Okay, it is my name, Susan, middle initial L, last name Core. I'm going to type it for you, okay? When I first started joining the chats a couple months ago, Bob at SLC Aquatics asked what SLC stood for, and a few of the people started saying Salt Lake City, Salt Lake City. So he thought that's what it stood for. He didn't know they were teasing me. So Bob now knows what it stands for, but he likes to tease me that Susan for Salt Lake City Aquatics is in the house. No, Jimmy, it's not Salt Lake City. I'm here in Alabama. Hey, Racing. Hey, Rob. How you doing tonight? Everybody's getting the understanding that SLC is not Salt Lake City. It is a joke that Bob likes to play on me. I am from Birmingham, Alabama, and SLC stands for Susan L. Core. And so that's the origin of SLC Aquatics. I've been on for 2 hours, guys, and I hate to bump you all, but I'm getting a little tired. It's been a long day. Everybody's been so encouraging. It is tank takedown and fish flop, which means I've lost a lot of fish. I'm going to take down a lot of my tanks and sterilize them. I'm going to keep the healthiest looking fish that I have, and I'm going to have to cull the rest of them and treat them with medication. I'm going to have a female tank and a male tank, and I'm going to treat them again with medications. I'm going to set up a couple sterile tanks and recycle them with new filter media. Thanks, Jimmy, for coming in. Hope y'all get to, view the stream as it goes public. Skip around, leave any comments. There was a lot of questions answered tonight about my guppies, about water changing, water storage, about how to medicate sick fish, how to treat them, how to cull them. I had to cull 7 of them today. But Jimmy says, have a great night. Best of wishes to your guppies. Thank you, sweetheart. I can't wait to see some video on your babies. Y'all have a good night. This time I am signing off. I love you guys. Hope you have a good evening. Susan for SLC Aquatics. Fish on. Keep your sleeves wet.